Hello everyone, thank you for joining me in this another episode in a series of videos that I'm calling Why Ayurveda? So today we're going to talk about digestion because it truly is at the heart of how we try to bring our bodies back into balance in times of disease or illness. So the reason why this is important is because it truly sets our body up for success. We're going to talk about why this is the case and how the elements of earth, air, space, fire, and water play a large role in the health of our tissues and our physiology in general. So let's get to it. So we've already talked about in other videos, if you've watched them or if you know anything about Ayurveda already, you've heard about the doshas, Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. Vata, I'll remind you, is a combination of air and space and is responsible for transmitting information throughout our body, the intelligence of our nervous system, for example. Pitta is fire and water and is responsible for our digestion, the transformation and metabolism of food into nutrients. And then Kapha is water and earth, and that is the structure of our body as well as the lubrication that's found in our digestive tract and our joints. So these doshas are what I'm feeling when I take my 3 fingers and I place them on your wrist to take your pulse. The first finger that I feel is Vata, second finger is Pitta, and the third finger is Kapha. So as I'm reading your pulse, I'm sensing these levels of the elements in your physiology currently, and it will tell me whether your body is currently in balance or imbalanced or in a state of illness or disease. So let's talk a little further about what's inside these 3 fingers when I place them on your wrist. Taking your pulse within each finger itself, there's actually quadrants where I can get further in touch with the organ systems that are affected. We call it subdoshas. And this is how I can find, maybe you've had an emotional upset recently and you're thinking a lot about it, or you're feeling very anxious. Maybe you just ate, so I would be able to tell if your digestive systems are working, or perhaps you've had some circulatory issues or even dryness and arthritis. These are all things that I would be able to tell in the subdoshas. And again, this is all the 5 elements at play in your system. Now, moving on, the next level we call dhatus, and that's your tissues. So you can imagine if I have the elements at play and they're wreaking havoc on my organ systems, this will eventually make its way into the organ systems and tissues themselves, where digestion is feeding all of this activity. So you can kind of see the trickle-down effect here. The last thing that I'm going to talk about is called shrotas, and that is defined as the tissues or the channels that run in between the organ systems. So the channels that carry air or food or water, or the electric channels that consist of our nervous system or comprise our nervous system, right? So you can imagine that these systems are all linked. And so when imbalance starts at the digestion level and there's not enough nutrients to feed the entire system, it really wreaks havoc, and is one of the main reasons why I'm studying this science, and I hope to succeed as a practitioner and spread this knowledge widely, is because I really believe in the power of understanding what's right for you and what will work with your individual system. So I encourage you to reach out if you have any questions. I know this is a lot of info, and I thank you for your time and attention.